Good, yes, done. Alexis Sanchez is at Manchester United. Mkhitaryan is at Arsenal. OK, Manchester United won at the weekend. It wasn't pretty, it was functional, Leon. If we accept that Manchester City are going to win the title, has Mourinho bought Sanchez with a view to challenging for the Champions League?
Potentially, yes. But also, you know, with Man City dominating the league as they have done this season, he's got to try and find a way of bridging that gap, of getting closer somehow. And, you know, Sanchez will be...
Does he? Or does he write the league campaign off now, focusing on the Champions League?
Well, last season he focused on the Europa League with the goal of getting into the Champions League. You know, he realised that the Premier League top four was no longer there for him. And went after that Europa League and that Champions League place. So with Man City being so far ahead, I think Sanchez is to help them in the Champions League, but also to bridge the gap for the following season, for next season, maybe looking forward with regards to the league.
Where does he fit in, Andy? Sanchez, does he take the place of Anthony Martial, who all of a sudden has found form and goals?
Well, Martial and Sanchez both can play wide areas. Neither's restricted to just playing on the left side. I mean, you're not going to leave Lukaku out, I wouldn't think. Why would you? You spent nearly 80 million on him. So, Martial has been playing from the left, yes. He likes to play from that area. I don't mind. I mean, I think that if he goes to Martial and says, I'd like you to play off the right side for a few games and let's see how he settles in, I would play him where he's played for Arsenal. I think that he's a real, genuine threat from there, Sanchez, and let him take that left side, but still play Martial on the other side. It's not a problem there. He can cope with that quite easily. But I think he'll play on one of the wider areas, Sanchez. I don't think he'll play right at the top end.
So Martial had to give up his number 9 jersey to Ibrahimovic and he's placed now to Sanchez. That's they're not making him feel very popular, are they?
He's still getting a game.
Just.
Well, he's playing. He's playing. And he's played quite well. What, he's got 3 goals in his last 3 games?
Yes.
Scored in the last 3 games.
All he can do is play well on the field, try and make a statement, prove to the manager that he deserves the place in the team. And it's going to be difficult because you'd expect Sanchez is going to get a position in the team no matter what. And Martial's now fighting for a one less spot available. But he's doing everything he can at the moment.
Functional, I said, not pretty, but you can be functional when you've got a keeper like David De Gea, who now's kept more clean sheets this season than anybody else in Europe's top 5 leagues. That's how good he is.
Yeah.
Well, Arsenal have hit back with their own version within the last 90 minutes or so. Mkhitaryan is a gunner, proud to be so, as you can see. Tweeted, so too have Arsenal. I suppose it leaves us all asking the question, can Sanchez play the piano?
No.
I hope he can. I hope that's him. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it would be lovely to think
he's learned that Man United tune so quickly.
No.
I know I asked this question at the weekend, didn't get much of a response then. I'll try again. Who has got the better of that deal?
I think it's close.
Yeah.
I think the moves suit both the players and both the clubs. I would just give the edge to Manchester United getting Alexis Sanchez.
Would you?
Yeah.
Despite the fact that Sanchez only had 6 months left or less of his contract at Arsenal, and Arsenal have got a player that had 2.5 years, was it, in Mkhitaryan?
Yeah, I'm not so much
looking for nothing, in effect.
I'm not so much looking at the finances of it and how long they had left on their deals. More, you know, what's the quality of the player like at the moment. So from a coach's perspective, I would say Mourinho's got a very good player. Wenger has as well, but Sanchez is a special player.
Yeah, I would agree. Just United. I think you look at the age, both 29, I think. So both are at the same stage of their careers. If they get the Mkhitaryan that was German Player of the Year in his last season at Dortmund, they've got one hell of a player. I would say that much, but it's whether they can get him back. I thought he was a terrific player. I thought United got a real steal when they got him from Dortmund, but can he find that form again?
I think Arsene Wenger's likely to get more out of him than Jose Mourinho can. Arsene Wenger has a way. He has Ozil playing out of his skin. He's you know, he had Sanchez playing really well. And I think he will be able to get, you know, a real top performer out of Mkhitaryan again, whereas Jose Mourinho was struggling to get him to be consistent.
What has he got then in Mkhitaryan? How different has he got?
Number 10? Has he got a 10?
Doesn't he got a fair few of those anyway?
Yeah, I think he'll play wide. I think he'll play wide. I think they'll play
where Sanchez played.
Yeah, like for like. He'll play off the left side. They'll have they'll have him off the left side, Ozil off the right side, and then play Lacazette through the middle.
To make it a very good window, have they got to get Aubameyang?
See, then I mean, Giroud would have to go, wouldn't he? He would have to go because you can't have. It's very difficult to have a squad with 3 strikers of that level: Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Giroud. I mean, I think at a top club it's difficult to have 2 really top strikers.
Do you?
Yeah, because you know the top strikers, they want to play every game, they want to score every game. Use Bayern as an example. Lewandowski plays every game. If he doesn't play, then you move Müller, who's really a 10 or can play wide, up into that position, but he's really not an absolute 9. You look at Real Madrid, Benzema is the 9. Who's the backup to him? Well, it's not Bale and Ronaldo, they're more wingers. They don't have a really high-level striker. It's normally a backup.
Of the days when Alex Ferguson had
4.
His 4.
Yeah.
We moved from that?
I think it's different now. I think that the top strikers, they want to play in every match. I think there was more of an acceptance before that, you're going to play and then you're going to come out, you're going to play and you're going to come out.
Suarez, I suppose, is an argument for what you're saying. He doesn't miss many, if any, does he?
Well, they don't. The big players don't. The front men don't miss many. You look all over Europe. Messi doesn't miss a game. Suarez doesn't miss a game. You know, Ronaldo never misses a game. Cavani always wants to play. And I agree with Paul. I think it's really difficult now, and I think. In some ways, it's City, you know. I know look, Gabriel Jesus is a miss for them, but I think it's no surprise to me that having gone out the side, that suddenly Aguero's probably hit his best form of the season, knowing that he's going to be playing every week in, week out. He might get left out for the odd cup tie, but every time he's going to play in every big game right now because there's no other option for them. And I think that's what he wants to do. If you just have to look at his face when he's sitting on the bench, the few times that Jesus has been picked ahead of him, and you can see him, he doesn't want to be sat there. It's the last place he wants to be.
So do you think the days of playing 2 together are over?
No, I don't think they're over. I think in this current era of football, it's not fashionable to play 2 big hitting strikers together. But you see the way things evolve in football. You know, back 3 is now very much in vogue. It came in last season, and loads of teams now play with a 3 at the back or a 5 at the back. That will go out again. Back 4s will become fashionable again. 2 strikers will become fashionable again in the future.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah. In that case, maybe Arsenal are ahead of the game if that's the case. But with Mkhitaryan, have they got enough to get what they want out of the season? With Aubameyang, if indeed they can push that through and they're trying?
Well, you just have to look at the numbers, I think, Richard, right now. If Liverpool win tonight, and I think most think they will, that would put them on 50 points and it would leave Arsenal on 42, 8 points behind a Champions League place with 14 games to go. Now, that's a lot. And I don't think that Chelsea, Manchester United and Liverpool are going to throw away too many points.
If that happens, Leon, does it change his focus? Does Wenger then start to think, I'm going to have to take the Europa League seriously?
Well, that would be a great question. I mean, you know, he's dismissed the competition in the past, playing the kids, but as Jose Mourinho showed last season, it can be a very valuable competition for the club, and you know, it's a club that demands Champions League football. They weren't happy last season missing out, and if he can't qualify in the league, which, you know, I don't think I'm the only one thinking they can't, then that Europa League's a real opportunity.
It would come as a major culture shock to him, wouldn't it, having done what he does with it, not taking it as seriously as perhaps he maybe could and should have done so far?
Yeah, I mean, for me, they still have to push as much as they can in the league, and with the addition of Mkhitaryan and possibly Aubameyang, you know, they're 2 really good reinforcements in the January window. And then, you know, if that slips away, yeah, Europa League could be very important. And Jose showed, as Leon just mentioned, what a good job he did getting through and getting all the way to the final.
And winning 2 trophies in his first season, that's often forgotten.
I think he said 3, didn't he?
Well, he said 3, but you can't count the Charity Shield,
no, you can't.
Community Shield, or whatever it's called. Back to the weekend. Chelsea got us underway, winning very well at Brighton.
Well, what we've got here, we've got Hazard's activity in the game, and when you see things like that, I mean, that's the difference for me in Eden Hazard this year. I think, Paul, I don't know if you agree, that he's now all over the football pitch. He's not just pinned to the left side, maybe centre to left. He's now everywhere.
He had a massive impact in the game, and you see from that illustration, the heat map.
I mean, look at that. That's pretty much right across the pitch.
His influence was everywhere, and he's a player in great form.
You see, I can't believe it's taken Antonio Conte so long to realise I was right about 3 years ago. Did I not always say that's the position? And that's why I think Sanchez, although he's at a different stage of his career and established from the position that he's played in at Arsenal for a long time, can't Sanchez do that? Playing in a Manchester United
Sanchez
jersey?
can play anywhere he likes. I mean, right across the football pitch, I think. I mean, he's that good.
I think Chelsea's system, you know, with the 3 at the back and still having 4 across midfield allows, because they have 2 players that do that, and they play in such tandem, in such, you know, they link up and do it so well. It allows them to be in the field sometimes and out the field sometimes. United playing 3 across the middle, there's just, it's a big ask for that one player to do the same role that Hazard does.
Could he do that job in Madrid, I wonder?
That's hard to.
I keep asking me that.
Well, you were there.